Hello. Welcome to the holiday edition of the Portland Startup News kind of roundup kind of thing. I will try and get through this quickly. I realize you're probably wanting to spend time with family and friends. I realize you probably have vacation you can use even if you're a startup. Please take this time to relax, spend time with family, recharge. Get ready for 2025 because it will be here before you know it. So, one thing I want you to do during this downtime, if you're working on a drone thing, I don't know, maybe you're flying drones in New Jersey and pissing people off. Maybe you just built a drone thing that helps people out. Doesn't matter where you are. You can be in Oregon, you can be in the US, you can be global. If you are working on a drone solution, on an unpersoned aerial system kind of solution, the deadline for the Oregon UAS Accelerator is coming up. I think it's January 6th. It's like the first week in January. So if you're building a startup that has anything to do with drones and you would like mentorship, a ton of funding, all the support, like a facility with flight paths and things where you can test your solution, the Oregon UAS Accelerator is for you. Please get your applications in. They're not going to take everybody. They have to take a limited cohort. So I don't know. I think what you're working on is pretty cool in that drone kind of thing. So you should just quit goofing around. Submit your application. Quit procrastinating or all that kind of thing and just get your application in. Okay, cool? Cool. I'll link it up. Submit your application. January 6th, I believe, is the due date. Anyway, get it in ahead of time. Maybe get it in before the end of the year. Let's just do that. Get it in before the end of the year. Get accepted to the accelerator. And then, next 2025, in the next 3 to 4 months, I'll be telling people about your company because you're in the accelerator and you're doing cool things. I mean, you're already doing cool things. I will just get to talk about it then. So Oregon UAS Accelerator, get those applications in, please. If you find this stuff at all valuable, even remotely valuable, you can unsubscribe in 2025. It's fine. I would really like to try and hit 600 subscribers before the end of 2024. So if you have it in your heart to help me out with getting to that point, hit subscribe. I'll remind you to unsubscribe later. All right. I'm never happy when companies, especially Portland companies, kind of hit an impasse or aren't able to follow through on their vision. And that's kind of what happened this week with a company called Genie. Genie was an AI companion for children. Super interesting. I really appreciated the pursuit they were taking. I'm a huge fan of the founding team. Just all kinds of things that I really appreciated about this. And from a, newsworthy standpoint, Genie, Darius Monsef goes by the name Bubs. This was his third run at YC. So he went to YC with a company called Color Levers that then merged with Creative Market, then got acquired by Autodesk. He went a second time with a company called Brave Care that was designed for urgent care for young children to help parents out. And then he wound up with the opportunity to step away and potentially consider other startup pursuits. And that's when Genie came up, and Asa Miller, which was his co-founder with Brave Care, joined for Genie. And it was really just a companion for kids. I think you may have seen the news about the robotic companion for kids. This was no physical instantiation, but Genie would hang out with kids online and chat with them and tell them jokes and hang out with them, and was really thoughtfully designed to really engage kids with AI at a very early stage so that they could understand the potential benefits and pitfalls of artificial intelligence as they grew along with this industry. Well, it all turns out that, the product just didn't really have a fit, because in terms of helping the product succeed, they would have had to do things that ethically were not appealing to them. Like they could have taken a growth at all costs, move fast and break everything, but they decided to say, we need to be careful with this technology. We need to be careful with this population. We're not willing to do something borderline nefarious to save the business. So they decided, let's shut down that product. It's not going to work at this point in time. Maybe it works later. Who knows? But not going to work at this point in time. But we still have runway. We still have a team. So Genie, while putting their product sort of back in the bottle, still has a team, still has some runway, and they're kind of considering what they do next. So I am keeping an eye on them, because super talented folks, super thoughtful folks, ethically really appreciate them saying, like, this is not okay. In order to build this business, we have to go in a direction that's not okay. We would rather not build the business given the dynamics of the economy and the industry and those kind of things. And so kudos to them on taking the opportunity to just stop pursuing that aspect of their business and think about other things they could do. Keep an eye on Genie. It's genie.gg. I think they've basically shut the site down and are looking for their next opportunity. But I will keep an eye on them. I will let you know. I will continue to pester both Darius and Asa to figure out what they're doing next or what might be happening. But just stay tuned, because I'm sure there's something amazing to come out of the Genie folks. It's just not going to be that AI companion for kids. You may remember a couple weeks back when I kind of teased this casting call for a game show for developers, web developers, where they might have to eat some spicy things. I don't know. Our friend Jason Langsdorff was like, I've got a game show idea and I've got some momentum. So why don't we put this game show together for web dev developers? And like it's competitive, like they can compete against each other. And if they lose, then maybe they get to eat some hot sauce kind of things. Well, anyway, the show called Leet Heat has released its pilot.
Pilot? What's a pilot?
And I have to say, like, I love two things about it. One, obviously, it's entertaining. Like, I don't care if you know anything about what's going on. It's got that level of entertainment where you're like, oh, I could sit and watch this. And I'm rooting for the competitors against the host or whatever. Like, it's just a game show dynamic where there's some really interesting stuff going on. And then the other part that, Jason's really famous for, he's learned with Jason. So the other part that I love about it is I'm not even a developer anymore, and I learned something watching the episode. I was like, oh, they're defining these random acronyms I hear all the time. They're talking about these code bases. They're talking about this technology or this way of architecting products that is super interesting. And I'm like, oh, this is not only entertaining, it's informative, which is perhaps the best kind of programming we could ever wish for. So I'm really happy that Jason Langsdorff is moving forward with this game show format. Really happy with the pilot. I hope you will watch it. Of course, I'll link it up. But please, if this is something that's also interesting to you, please watch it. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'm just always really happy to see people, especially Portland people, you know what I mean? Like Portland people taking a creative bent on education, on entertainment, and, Leet Heat really fires on both of those cylinders. Is there such a thing as like a 2-cylinder firing mechanism? That might be a lawnmower, but it's firing on both cylinders, both the entertainment and the education. So if you get the chance, please check out Leet Heat. I promise, even if you're not a developer, you'll find something entertaining there. Just give it a watch. It's got a lot of things going on. It's got a wheel, it's got competition, it's got hot sauce and things, and shout out to Annie Sexton, who I had the opportunity to work with at Pi back in the pandemic-y kind of days. But all in all, so creative with some great breaks. Just take a look at Leet Heat. Okay, there's one challenge with running events at the beginning of the year. Like a beginning of the year deserves a kickoff. You as a community deserve a kickoff. The challenge is people stop paying attention long about Thanksgiving, and then suddenly after Epiphany, they wake up and they're like, what's going on in the community? So I've been having to hype this way more than is comfortable to me. But we are doing a kickoff at the beginning of the year, January 14th, to be specific. And it's designed for the Portland startup community. That startup meaning product-based business. Like, do you have a product? Is it the core of your business? Does your business have the potential for exponential scale? Do you think it might have the potential for venture capital? Then great, you are a startup in my definition of what you're pursuing. Now, if you're a services-based organization, maybe you're a consultancy or an agency, you're welcome to show up. That's fine. Please show up. Please hang out. See what's going on. But I'm really interested in product-based businesses, be they software as a service, hardware, consumer products like food, beverage, apparel, footwear, outdoor beauty, what have you, physical things, totally startup. Technical things, really startup. So this engagement is designed to kind of bring a bunch of communities together. And in order to bridge those communities and kind of start to crack those silos and get connections among people and networks going and rebuild like kind of the Portland, social fabric, we need a lot of people involved. And I did, same hat, did a little promo for Pi to kind of describe why Pi wanted to be involved and wanted to make this happen. But I want to highlight to you all of the organizations who have stepped up to collaborate with Pi and Silicon Florist and me to kind of put this thing on, because they're amazing. And I'm really honored and humbled that they've taken the opportunity to collaborate and just do something good for the community, because all of these organizations are great. And they're doing work because they want you to feel like you have a place. They're engaging in this event because they want to bring you together. So let me just quickly, I'm going to read it just so I don't forget anybody, but let me run down the list of people who are currently participating. And this is not exhaustive. If you're an organization who's like, oh, well, I want to participate, I want to help out with this event, please, the more the merrier. Let's get everybody together. Let's promote this to all of our constituents, and let's make something really meaningful happen to kick the year off for the broader community. From a networking and engagement standpoint, we would love to have as many people there as we can to really start 2025 off on the right foot. So currently, not exhaustive, this is the current list of people who are participating. If you would like to participate, just please hit me up. It's not an exclusive club. Just hit me up. I'll add you to the list. I'll be like, talk to your people, tell them this thing is happening. Let's go. So a few days before we head into that kind of holiday gap, which is quite frankly stressing me out, a few days before we head into that, these are the organizations who've already stepped up to contribute, collaborate, promote, be involved, make this event happen. Our friends at AI Portland, which I'm going to tell you is the best thing that happened during 2024 was this group coming together, that event kicking off. Amazing. Love AI Portland. So honored that they're willing to contribute to this. Better Portland, which you may remember as Business for a Better Portland or the Portland Independent Chamber of Commerce, or Peacock. They've been around for a while. They are really all about collaboration. That's what I love about them as well. Some chambers of commerce, not naming any names in the Chamber of Commerce world, some Chamber of some chambers of commerce take more of an antagonistic position. The thing about Better Portland is they're always like, we're better together. Let's collaborate. Let's make stuff happen. They're here representing small business, bringing people to the fold, and just doing some really interesting things. And I'm super happy to have them involved in the event. Built Oregon, enough said. Full disclosure, I'm the co-founder and current interim director of Built Oregon. Thanks a lot, Mitch. And, we really focus on consumer products companies that are building traded sector product-based companies in the consumer space that have the potential for exponential growth. So bringing all those amazing folks in there, Latino founders, Juan Barraza, our buddy Juan at Latino Founders, and all the other amazing people that work on Latino Founders and Pitch Latino. And did you hear there's a Pitch Latino Tri-Cities coming up with, the Richland, Pasco, Kennewick crew? Yeah, that's coming up. But anyway, Latino Founders is joining in to help organize this event and bring their community to bear. Metro Region Innovation Hub is the state-funded organization that's working to serve as a wayfinder for innovation in the Portland metropolitan region, representing 40,000 40 organs, maybe. There are a lot of organizations involved in the Metro Region Innovation Hub. So it's great to have them involved because they're talking to a lot of people and saying a lot of things and doing a lot of stuff and connecting a lot of dots. So they are great to have involved in this. Really thankful to have them there. Pi. Full disclosure, if you don't know that I was the co-founder and continue to be the general manager of Pi, I'm sorry this is coming as a revelation to you right now, but yeah, that's a thing that I do. So Pi, we're excited to be involved, but I'm involved, so it is what it is. I'm dragging it along as I am with Built, which I have wrested control of. So Pi also participating. Would love to have all the Pi alums there. That would be great to see everybody there and the mentors and all the things and the stuff. And yeah, anyway, Pi. Prosper Portland, which is the economic development agency for Portland proper, the urban area, focusing on everything from small business through traded sector. They've been very kind to kind of chip in and participate. I've had the opportunity to work with them through both Built and Pi, and they're great. And unfortunately, they hired away my co-founder from Built. So, there's some animosity there, maybe a little, but it's healthy, friendly animosity. But Prosper Portland's been kind enough to support this effort as well. So they will be there. They'll be wrangling folks, making stuff happen, making this opportunity available for folks. Oregon Entrepreneurs Network, or more colloquially, OEN. They've stepped up. They saw us posting about something like, hey, wait, we would love to be involved in that. And you know what we said? Yes, please. Come on, OEN. You're part of it now. Tell your people, get your people there. Get the Entrepreneurs Network of Oregon to show up to this event. We would love to have you there. So OEN now involved, and a great organization. Got a lot of stuff going on. Great opportunity to help them kick off. I believe they have another kickoff event in close proximity. So could be a good opportunity to learn more about what they're doing in the community in the coming year in 2025. So really happy to have OEN as part of it. Rose City Techies. I mean, I don't even know where I encountered this group, but they've got some great energy. They were kind enough to allow me to participate in one of their events last year. And I just really like the energy and ethos of what they're doing. They're very horizontally Rose City, Portlandy technology. Like they're touching on a variety of subjects from design to AI to management to hire, like just really appreciate what they're doing. And it's all grassroots. It's not like they're like, oh, here's a grant, go do this work. Here's this sponsorship, go do this work. They're like, no, we think this stuff needs to be done. We're going to collaborate. We're going to make it happen. Grassroots, quintessential Portland community involvement. That's Rose City Techies. If you're not following them on Meetup, I highly encourage you to do that. And look forward to all their programming in 2025. They're great. I'm so excited to have them as part of this engagement as well. So check out Rose City Techies. Silicon Florist, yeah, whatever, fuck that guy. Vanport Studio. If you're not familiar with Vanport Studio, we have talked, we talked about them before. Vanport Studio is a collaboration between Stephen Green of Pitch Black fame, Jelani Memory of A Kid's Co. About, formerly A Kid's Book About, and Instrument currently. And other people. I mean, there's so many people that are aggregating around Vanport Studio. It's amazing. You know, they're experimenting with how they can be most helpful to Black and Brown founders in the community. They've done this kind of design brand sprint with a number of companies. I talked about it before. You know, it was Hot Mama, Packmoto, and Camp Yoshi that they really helped them kind of rebrand or refresh their brands. There's more of that coming. There's exciting Pitch Black news that I can't reveal, but maybe we'll talk about it soon. Also, we're collaborating with them on potentially an event for February, which could be interesting. I'm not saying there may be Pitch Black stuff happening in February too, but there's also the big Pitch Black, which Stephen already said might not be happening till fall this year. I know we're used to it happening during Black History Month, but they're backfilling with another event, and then they're also collaborating with a variety of partners on an event that will occur February 11th, whatever the second Tuesday in February. That's when it's planned for. We'll see if that comes out. But all that being said, all of these amazing people coming together, collaborating like Portland does for you to get engaged with the Portland startup community, regardless of what kind of product you're building, regardless of your focus or your discipline. Please, if Portland startups are important to you, please consider joining us January 14th for the 2025 kickoff. It would be great to have you there. I'm trying to find plenty of space for all of us to hang out. This will not be a one-off. There will be things throughout the year. Pi is back. We're doing things. We're going to make stuff happen in the community. We know other people are doing things. We've figured out where we fit, and we're going to collaborate and amplify and help all of the other organizations and things going on. We're going to find our lane and just do our thing and make the Portland startup community even better than it already is, and really amplify the amazing things that are going on here in town. So January 14th, would love to see you there. Please come find me. Let's chat. I would be happy to talk to you about what you're doing and Portland and the Portland startup community. Cool? All right. Happy holidays. End of the year. Hope you get some downtime. It's been 2024 has been a lot. The last couple of weeks have been a lot. This late Thanksgiving thing where everybody then tries to cram everything into December, and then you have like the weird offset, like where Christmas and New Year's and Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and all this stuff falls midweek, so you don't really get a full week off. You have to like always work. throughout the weeks, it's rough. It's rough for anyone. It's super rough for startup people. So hang in there. Please take care of yourself, get some downtime, and until we get the chance to chat again, please keep up the good work and happy holidays. Ho, 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 ho.